Centuries ago, an extraordinary journey that went beyond human intellect and the laws of physics took place. Israel and Miraj. In mere seconds our Prophet traveled from Mecca to Jerusalem, a distance of 1,500 kilometers, and from there ascended through the seven heavens. Since that time this miraculous event has been questioned by many. Some denied it, claiming it contradicts the laws of physics, while others dismissed it as nothing more than a legend. But what if this extraordinary event holds secrets that can be explained through scientific and rational evidence? Could it be that our Prophet also experienced time travel? During this journey, is time travel theoretically possible? According to modern science, in this video you will discover aspects of Miraj that you have never heard before and see how new scientific theories can help us understand it more easily. If you're ready, let's begin. With your support our video will reach every corner of the world that remains in darkness. Please like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to our channel now. Now before we begin explaining the rational and scientific aspects of the Miraj miracle, let us recall this sacred event and embark on our journey. Before Miraj, our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam tirelessly preached Islam, yet many people refused to believe in him. During this period he endured immense physical and emotional hardships. He remained steadfast through insults, torture and oppression, as well as the years of social boycott. Later in Taif he faced yet another severe test when he was stoned by its people. Amidst these struggles our Prophet lost his beloved wife Hazrati Khadija and his uncle, who had always supported him. The accumulation of these sorrows led to that year being known as the year of sorrow. His loneliness and grief deepened. It was precisely during this difficult time that Allah, to soothe his messenger's heart and relieve his sorrow, granted him the Miraj. One night suddenly Jibril alayhisalam appeared and awakened the Prophet. He invited him on a journey that would bring peace to his heart and comfort to his soul, because the dwellers of the heavens were eagerly awaiting him. And the great miracle began. Isra, this extraordinary journey, which took place during the night, is conveyed to us in the Quran through Surah Isra. While the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was resting near the Kaaba, the angel Jibril came to him and called out, "O Muhammad, your Lord invites you to his presence." Then the Prophet was mounted on a white steed called Burak. This mount was not large in size, but it was known for its extraordinary speed, able to place its hooves on the farthest point visible to the eye like a flash of white light. Burak carried the Prophet to Masjid al-Aqsa, hundreds of kilometers away, within seconds, accompanied by Jibril alayhi salam. Miracles of time within time and space within space unfolded one after another. After reaching Masjid al-Aqsa, the Prophet began his ascent to the heavens known as Miraj. During this ascension he passed through 7 levels of the skies, each carrying a unique significance, and encountered different prophets at each level in the 7 layers of the heavens. He met 7 different prophets: Isa, Jesus, Yusuf, Joseph, Musa, Moses. Each meeting was a divine station, a scene filled with celestial messages and an unparalleled highlight of the Prophet's journey. The ascent continued until Sidrat al-Muntaha, the ultimate boundary that no created being can pass. At this point the angel Jibril stopped and stated that he could go no further, as attempting to do so would cause him to burn. During this extraordinary journey, our Prophet witnessed paradise and its blessings. He described the gardens of paradise, rivers of milk and honey, and the rewards granted to the righteous. He also saw hell and its torments, vividly explaining the punishments faced by sinners and wrongdoers. Now let us begin to examine the details of this unique and divine journey in the light of scientific data and rational evidence. Hadiths mentioned that the creature on which our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam traveled was named Burak. The word Burak means great energy or light. Burak could instantly reach the farthest point visible to its eye. Modern science tells us that traveling at incredible speeds or moving close to the speed of light requires an immense amount of energy. Einstein's theory of relativity explains that when one reaches the speed of light, time comes to a standstill. However, for physical beings like us, this is not possible. Still, when moving at very high speeds, time slows down relative to the speed. This is a scientific fact. What is fascinating is that these truths, revealed by modern science centuries later, were pointed out 14 years ago in the Quran through the following verses. These verses emphasized that the time of Allah and the angels is not the same as human time. highlighting that time is not an absolute concept, it can change depending on space and the state of beings. Modern science supports this reality as well. It is now scientifically accepted that time is relative and can vary based on factors such as speed and gravity. In this context, the expressions in the Quran provide significant indications about the relativity of time from 14 years ago. Time travel is not merely a fantasy, it is a concept that can be grounded in scientific principles. Time is not just a flowing reality, it is a mysterious phenomenon that changes based on the state of beings and is difficult to comprehend. What is remarkable is that while we have only discovered these concepts scientifically in the last 150 years, the Quran informed us of this knowledge centuries ago. This once again reveals how the Quran is a timeless miracle. At the same time, by placing the Miraj event on a scientific basis, it allows us to understand that this miraculous journey is far deeper and more meaningful than we might have imagined. Now let us continue examining the Miraj miracle. From this perspective, the possibility of time travel was scientifically proven in an experiment conducted in the 1990s. In this experiment, two synchronized atomic clocks were used. One clock remained on the ground while the other was placed inside an airplane and traveled at high speed. At the end of the experiment, a difference of 1/1000th of a second was detected between the two clocks. This clearly demonstrated that time slows down due to the effects of speed and motion. Today, every expert in the scientific community knows that when a person moves at high speeds, time flows more slowly for them. However, this difference is so small that it is beyond human perception. In the Miraj miracle, the extraordinary speed of the Prophet's steed Burak could have caused time to slow down, even if it did not stop completely. Yet in the Miraj miracle, something far greater and more profound took place. The Quran states in Surah Al-Araf, by the heaven-containing pathways. What are these pathways? What is their purpose of creation? As understood from this verse, the heavens have complex routes that can take us to different realms, dimensions, or unknown places. This suggests that it may be possible to travel to distant points in the universe in a short amount of time. The following statement by Hazrat Ali also points to this truth: I know the paths of the heavens better than the paths of the earth. These words align with the verses of the Quran, drawing attention to a profound truth that transcends human comprehension. Modern science refers to such pathways as wormholes. Wormholes are theoretical shortcuts that allow travel between higher dimensions in the universe. The Quran hinted at these concepts 14 years ago, a time when there were no telescopes or scientific knowledge of this kind. Today, science describes these pathways in higher dimensions as portals, or gateways, enabling instantaneous travel between distant points in our three-dimensional world. If such gateways can be utilized scientifically, it would be possible to reach distant points in the universe in a very short time. The Miraj miracle can be thought of as a unique event where these divine pathways were used, demonstrating the harmony between science and faith. During the Miraj, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Today a gate in the heavens was opened that had never been opened before." This statement suggests that the heavens contain unknown pathways which lead to specific gates that may connect different realms, dimensions, or perhaps even different planets. In modern science, these gates are referred to as portals, theoretical structures that could allow one to transcend the boundaries of time and space and reach new realities. The Prophet's time travel during the Miraj. The Prophet not only witnessed the blessings of paradise, but also saw people being tormented in hellfire. This raises an important question. The Day of Judgment has not yet occurred, and no one has entered hell, so how could the Prophet see people burning in hell at this point? Miraj may not have been merely a physical ascension, but also a journey through time. The Prophet might have moved through a dimension where time expanded, enabling him to witness events from the future. Albert Einstein's general theory of relativity revealed that time can be bent by mass and energy. Massive celestial bodies, particularly black holes, warp space-time, causing time to flow at different speeds. This warping of space-time theoretically could create a gateway to the past or the future. Scientists refer to these structures as Einstein-Rosen bridges or wormholes. Wormholes and traveling to different points in time. Wormholes not only provide shortcuts between two distant points in space but also potentially allow travel to different points in time. Although today's science has not yet reached the level to achieve such travel, this does not mean it is theoretically impossible. Wormholes would require negative energy or exotic matter to remain stable. While these materials are theoretically possible, science has not advanced enough to harness them. However, the discovery of such gateways in the future and the possibility of time travel are not far-fetched. The Prophet's vision of hell during Miraj, when examined scientifically, suggests that he might have experienced a form of time travel. Modern physics and the theory of relativity indicate that the Miraj event does not contradict science, but could align with many modern theories. This makes the Miraj a profound and scientifically harmonious miracle, showing the unity between faith and knowledge. According to string theory, our universe consists of 10 or more dimensions. However, these dimensions are so small that they are beyond human perception. If access to these dimensions could be achieved, it may become scientifically possible to go beyond time, or reach alternative timelines in theories that propose the non-linear nature of time. Time is not seen as linear in such a framework. The past, present, and future may exist simultaneously. However, human perception experiences time in a linear fashion. This idea could provide the foundation for creating an out-of-time portal. Time is considered the fourth dimension, and stepping out of this dimension to view it from an outside-of-time perspective is theoretically possible, even though it is beyond human experience. Hadiths mention that the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam sought permission to pass from one heaven to another. Modern science proposes that black holes may assist in transitioning from one universe to another. Black holes are among the most mysterious structures in the universe, and some theories suggest that they might be gateways to other universes. In 2015, the renowned physicist Stephen Hawking stated during a conference that black holes could provide a pathway to another universe. According to Hawking, it might be possible to exit black holes, creating a route to transcend the boundaries of our universe. His explanations were based on the information paradox and the relationship between quantum mechanics and general relativity. In light of all this information, we can see that the Miraj miracle aligns closely with science. This divine event, which occurred 14 years ago, parallels some of the most advanced scientific theories of our time. As science progresses, explaining the story of Miraj becomes even easier. Time may age, but the Quran continues to reach its golden age as humanity advances. The Miraj miracle is a unique event that encompasses both a spiritual reality and a source of scientific inspiration. It once again reveals that the Quran is a timeless miracle transcending the boundaries of time and knowledge. After examining this great event from a scientific perspective, let us also explore why it took place. You might wonder why such an extraordinary incident was deemed necessary. In fact, the logic behind it can be understood quite easily through a simple example. Imagine a great king who wishes to select one soldier from his army and provide him with special training. The king's goal is to elevate this soldier to a level where he becomes the greatest commander ever and leads the entire army. What would the king do to achieve this? Naturally, he would start by giving the soldier foundational training step by step. The king would then show him the workings of every level in detail, guiding him through all the higher ranks, explaining the knowledge and operations of each. For the soldier to fulfill his role as the supreme commander and surpass all others, he must have complete knowledge of all aspects of the army. Only after personally witnessing and understanding every process would he be fit to assume the role of chief commander. Similarly, the mission of our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam in this world is to be a teacher to all of humanity. His role is not an ordinary one. He was sent as the greatest teacher for all people until the day of judgment. All prophets before him foretold his arrival. For instance, Hazrat Isa Jesus Alaihi Salam told his disciples, "It is for your benefit that I go, for if I do not go, the Comforter will not come to you." And he spoke of the arrival of the leader of the worlds. Thus, just like the commander in the example, the greatest teacher who would guide all people arrived on earth through the Miraj. Allah educated the Prophet about the deepest secrets of the universe and creation. Therefore, the Miraj was profoundly logical and filled with wisdom. Consider this: if someone were to teach you about Mars, would you rather listen to someone who has set foot on Mars or to an ordinary person? Who would you find more convincing? Of course, the first, right? Similarly, our Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam witnessed nearly everything mentioned in the Quran firsthand. Paradise held the 7 heavens, and the manifestations of Allah's names in different forms. He saw them all and conveyed them to us in detail.